Hey everybody, it is week 9 and this week I'm introducing our second assignment. So our first assignment, if you remember, was a crochet and a knit edge. This week we're going to be doing something a little more fun. It's a fall themed project, so it's something you can do in knit and crochet, and I think it'll be really fun when we're done. I can't wait to show you, but next week we'll get back to our socks, so that's something to look forward to. So let's start week 9. So I don't know about you, but for me, today is the second day of fall. You probably are watching this video more in the end of October if you're following my lessons. But it's the first couple days of fall here in Southern California, and it's still in the 90s, so that's pretty typical here, but we can start thinking about fall already. And fall is a time of pumpkins and turkeys and falling leaves, and we might not have too many of those over here, but we can make our own leaf garland type thing. So I have all of my beautiful colors. You can get them from the craft store. Some of them are just normal, like I think this one is like, what is it? It's one of those acrylic yarns. One or two of these are paint box yarn. I know I always use that one. They're cheap, that's why I use them. And they're on sale quite often. They have nice colors. But you can get all of these at Michael's or Joann's in these types of colors. They're kind of perfect for fall. They're all very nice and in the warm color palette family. So I'm going to have a couple of different things to do, but we're going to start making leaves. So fall leaves are always kind of brown, red. There are still green ones in there, but we can work with what we got. So we're going to make some cute leaf patterns for our fall garland. So we're going to start first with the crochet version. And with these, I'm going to start with something maybe in a size 7, I'm thinking. 7 would be a great size. We're going to do some crochet first. And I'm going to be making some of these things in knit and crochet, and that way, so if somebody can only do one or the other, nobody's left out. So I'm going to work with this size 7. You know, what is that in between? It's in between like a G and an H, or no, maybe it's like an I. What is that? Wow, can't focus. 4.5. So I think that's between like an H and an I, maybe. So an I is a 5.5. That's the way you can kind of tell. Spending a lot of time on this. No, an H is a 5. Okay, so between a G and an H. G is fine, H is fine too. So let's start with our first thing. We'll start with a leaf. So I want to show you these 2 leaves that I'm going to do. And they're very simple. Doesn't take very much time, and they should look super cute. So let's start with the first one. So I'm going to start our leaf in these 2 orange colors. I think it'll look really pretty. So I'm going to start the middle of my leaf with this. So to start, I'm going to make a slip knot. I know my ball of yarn's kind of crazy. Let's make a slip knot. Then we're going to chain 8. Oops. 7, 8. Always count these after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. This is the slip knot. All right. So we're going to work into the second chain from the hook, and we're going to double crochet into that one. Oop, that's a half. We kind of want it to be with the hook. We want it to be like a little more of a squishy. We don't want it to be see-through. So we're picking a smaller hook for our bulky yarn. I didn't really say we want an Aran or a bulky yarn for this. And this type of thing will go fast too. Okay. Oh, sorry. I don't want a double crochet. I want a single. Darn. All right, I'm already messing up. So what? Sorry, I'm looking at a British pattern. Double crochet means single crochet. Okay, so I've got my single. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1 half, one half double crochet in the next one. Sorry, I'm like reading the instructions while I'm going. So 1 single in the second chain from the hook, 1 half double crochet. We're going to do 1 double crochet in the next one. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next hole. So we're not going to move forward. We're just going to do 2. So 1, 2. So that's looking cute so far. Okay, and then 1 more double. And then a half. Okay, I know that kind of was off camera a little. Okay, so single, half, double, 2 doubles in 1, double, half, double. All right. And I should have that last one remaining, which is the slip knot. So I'm going to work 3 single crochets into that next one. Right there. 1. Oop. Don't wrap it around. 2. And 3. All right, so this is important because we're working kind of in like the round. We're going to move to this side. So we did 3 in that last one, right? And that's not even really our last one. That's our slip stitch. So we went all the way across, and now we went this way. And normally we turn and go over this, but we're working in the round, so we're going to go, or we're completing it. We're completing it this way. If you've ever worked on shoes or socks or bags, this is kind of how they do it. So it's kind of like an amigurumi, you know, those little animals where you have to kind of keep completing the round. It's like this. So now we're going to we're going to come back. So we're going to do a half double in the next one. So this is important. We're in here, so we want to go next into here. That's the hard part about figuring this out, is since we were in this one last, we want to come over to the other side and meet our half double crochet. So where's our half double crochet on this side? So let's just count back. 1, 2, 3. That's that same stitch. So we're going to meet this one right here. They're coming back around. So there we go. 1/2 double crochet, go in. Now we're going to do a double in the next one. So that's this one right here. Okay. Now we're going to do 2 doubles in that next one. Remember? Oh, I think I'm a little off. See, this is why it's good to be able to read these things. So see, I want to work the half double or the 2 double crochets in the same one. So on the same side. So I want to be right here. So that means the double's in here, the half double's here. So I accidentally went into this. It's okay. It happens to everybody. But that's why it's good to kind of practice these. So half double. That looks better. Okay. Double. And then I'm going to do my 2 double crochets in here. I'm not moving. Yeah, right there. That same one. Okay. And then 1 more double crochet right here and to the next one. And then 1/2 double in the next one. And then we're almost to the end here. Oops, I kind of went over. It's good to see how these things kind of work when you make mistakes so other people can kind of know. Okay, so 1/2 double here. And I am going to send you all the pattern too, so you'll know. Okay, and 1 single right here. Okay. So now you've worked all the way around your foundation chain, and your foundation chain is right here in the center. And it's starting to look like a little orange leaf, which is pretty cute. So now we're going to do the second side of the leaf. Or sorry, we're going to close the round. That's what the instructions say to do. So we'll close it. We're going to go into this one right here. That's the first start of your round. So we're going to do a slip stitch. Slip stitch is pretty easy. Just there. It's closed. So there's our little leaf. I'm just going to cut it and we'll start the edge so it looks real cute. If you're really good, you can bring the edge in with you while you're working the rest of that edge. So let's begin round 2. Okay, so we just finished. We did our slip stitch right here. We're going to begin with our next color. So I'm just gonna use an orange to highlight and make this orange look even more orange. So we're gonna slip stitch. We're gonna pull a loop through like this. We're not gonna slip stitch, sorry, I misspoke. And we're going to, I'm gonna move that over so that's not distracting. Orange background with orange yarn. We're going to chain 1. Okay. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 8 stitches. So we're going to we're going to get to that edge. So 1, 2, we're just working on the top of the row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. This looks like the top. I think I maybe might have gone over. What we want to do is go into that stitch. Sometimes patterns don't specify that you want to go specifically into the stitch below. That's fine. It just means you have to pull it out and try it again. You never know sometimes. Okay, so we'll start that again. 1. And we want to be right at that, right at that edge. So I have 3, 4. Last year I gave you all a pattern for pumpkin coasters and little crocheted pumpkins, I think, or knit pumpkins. You can always put like leaves like this with that too, so to make it even more festive. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oop. 8. Okay, that looks cute so far. Okay, so now you should be at the middle. We're gonna work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, that very middle stitch, and this is where it gets a little tricky. Oop. Okay, 1 single crochet. Now we're gonna chain 2, slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, this one right here. So we're gonna slip stitch. Sorry, let me show you that one more time. So we chained 2, we're gonna slip stitch into that second chain from the hook, like that. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet back in that same place, so right here, and we're making that edge to that leaf. See, it looks kind of cute. Okay, now we're going to come back around. We're going to do 8 single crochets. Loop. So I'm on 5. Starting to look like a leaf, huh? Six, 7, 8. Okay, and I could count it if I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. That looks kind of cute. Okay. So now we're going to make a slip stitch. And I kind of pass over top this. And we're going to kind of come over here. We're going to make a slip stitch in that. I missed it. Where is it? Right where we came in. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky to get. and in both. So we're going to come back to here, do a slip stitch. All right, so that closes the leaf. Okay, it makes it kind of like a little bit of a cup. You can always kind of go like that or go like this. Either way, the leaf kind of has a 3D shape. So now we're going to chain 3. So let's chain 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you have a stem for your leaf. And then we're going to do what we did before. We're going to slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, there. So that kind of ends your stem. And then we'll slip stitch into the next chain. So this one right here. We're traveling down the stem. It kind of reinforces it too. So now we're going to do the middle part where the leaf kind of has like a little bit of a stem, or what's that called? The veining in the leaf. So we'll go in here and we're going to do that veining. Okay, this is more simple than you think it's going to be. Okay, so we go to that, remember that slip stitch right here where we kept going in everywhere. We're going to slip stitch and bring it back. That was that original place where we started each row. So we slip stitch there. Now this is not going to make too much sense, but we're going to do some surface crochets that look kind of like the stem. So we're going to go across very quickly. So we're going to insert it through here. This is the front we've been working on. Into the back, super orange. We're going to see, this is the front and this is the back. We're going to take that stitch and bring it through. Okay, then we're going to slip stitch through that stitch we've got right there. So we're going to keep traveling up the leaf like this. We want to make sure we're not going into the same hole. So let's go over here. Once again, bring, here we'll do it one more time. Bring it through like that. Go through, and we're just traveling up the leaf very carefully. See how pretty that is? You could vary the stem if you want. You don't have to go all the way to the edge, but let's go to the edge because it looks pretty. So I didn't, some people are very good at this crochet. They can travel the stitches along. I didn't do it. I don't want to confuse you. I want to just show you where the ends were. So I know that sounds like an excuse, but we can do a whole video on how to travel with color and crochet. So I'm just going to keep going. Just remember not to go into the same one that you just went into, because it'll just overlap on top. Look at how cute that is. So just keep going to the edge. And then the last one, we'll go through here. There we go. So then to end it, we'll just bring the yarn, we'll cut the yarn off. I know this is a long video. I was going to show you one more thing. And then we'll bring the yarn through here like that. And there you go. You just sew this down, and this is your first little autumn leaf. Imagine it without all the threads behind it. So there you go. It's pretty cute. Very decorative. We'll do another. So now let's do an oak leaf. Oak leaves are pretty fall festive. They go with acorns. I do have actually a pattern for acorns too, but I'm not going to include it because it's going to get too long. Maybe I can add it on later if I have a bunch of time. So let's pick a pretty color palette for my oak leaf. How about green and yellow? That might be nice. Okay, we'll make the center green and the outside yellow. How about that? So, to start the oak leaf, we have to chain 12. So let's chain 12. I'm gonna get some of these things out of my way. So I don't know if you guys even want to make a garland with this, but I think it's pretty. So let's see, I chained 2. So I want to get to 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just got to 12, so now I'm going to work into the second chain from hook. Okay, this one right here, that's the second one. And we're going to do 6 single crochets in each stitch. So, oop, this one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Now we're going to do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 'Oop, I'm on my third half double. Okay. All right, and then 2 more double crochets. So in this pattern, we're taking into account, like in the last one, our slip stitch or our slip knot that we did in the beginning. So we're incorporating it, but oftentimes in crochet, we don't use that at all. So there we go. So we have 6 single, 3 half double, and 2 double. So that's perfect. So now we're gonna fasten that off. So we'll cut the yarn, okay? And we'll pull it through. So that's our oak leaf base. All right, so now I'm gonna start on my second color. I'm gonna get rid of my green. I'm gonna start on my yellow. Oof. I'm gonna start on my yellow. And we're gonna insert our yarn into that first stitch right here. That's that first one. So let's pull up a loop. Who knows, this might be kind of funky looking because it's a green and a yellow. But let's see. I'm going to keep the tails out so you can see it. And then I'm going to chain 1. Okay, and this is how we're going to get our first shaping to our leaves. So I just showed you, I attached the yarn here to that first stitch, chain 1. So next we're going to start working the lobes of the leaf, or like the little bumps, because you remember, or maybe you haven't seen it in a while, but oak leaves kind of like have that funny little like bumpy area. So we'll start with that. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next, or one single crochet in the next stitch. So not this one, this one. Then we're going to do 1/2 double, like that. Then in the next one, we're going to do 1/2 double. Okay. And then chain 2. And then do a slip stitch. Right here, like that. And then we'll do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Okay, and that's that first bumpy ridge. This is gonna be a weird one. Not really like the color of autumn, but we'll see. So now we're gonna work the next bump. We're gonna do 1 single crochet, okay, 1 double crochet, okay, and that's all in that same stitch. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. That's my dog, sorry. And then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do a slip stitch in that stitch. Oop. Sorry. Ugh. Shh. And then we do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Sorry, let me let my dog out. She's barking. Okay, so that's that second ridge. So now we're gonna work the third part of this oak leaf, and right now it's looking a lot kind of more like a flower, like a daffodil or something, but we'll see. Maybe this will be a good combination, or maybe it's a little too springtime, but it might be kind of cute. So let's look. So the next one is we're going to double crochet, or no, sorry, single crochet. I will write out all of these instructions so you have them. So we single crochet in the next stitch right here and double crochet in that same stitch. We're creating those nice big lobes. Okay. Okay, and then the next stitch we do a double crochet right here. Okay. Then we're going to chain 3. And then slip stitch in that same one. You're creating that kind of picot. Oop. Slip stitch, and then the next one says to slip stitch in the next stitch. And so it says I should have one last stitch remaining, which is right. I have one right here, so I'm gonna slip stitch there. And what do I do with that last one? We're gonna work 2 double crochets into that, or sorry, single. I'm reading English instructions for English people. All right. So that's 2 single crochets there. So that's one side of my leaf, and right now it looks a lot like a flower. We'll see what it looks like. I'm gonna have to come back down. So we're going to work 2 single crochets into the post of the last double crochet. So that sounds kind of weird. So what we're gonna do is just split it in half. So maybe we'll work 1 here and 1 here, or we'll just work 2 right here. So gotta split up that area. So we're traveling back around, kind of like how we did with the last leaf. Have to travel. So see, that kind of takes up space there. You have to space the 2 stitches evenly. So really, like, I could do it like this. I could do 1 more here and 1 here. I could really, whatever kind of works. Maybe I might not like it like this. Maybe I kind of put one right here. It's kind of your discretion. Whatever you think looks nice. I don't like that. Crochet is like a little bit more flexible than knitting. So if you like something a certain way, you should go ahead and just do it the way you like it. No, I don't really like that, but that's okay. I'm kind of just showing you. 2 in here would be fine. It just makes that hole bigger. So I kind of put 1 down here. That's okay. So I'm going to work my next one, which is going to be right here on the other side. And we're going to bring it back down. So we got to do 2 single crochets in that first stitch, like how we did on the other side. So it's leaves are equal, so they kind of are balanced. I can't find the word. So they're balanced. You need to balance them out. Okay, so that's 2 single crochets, and we're coming back around to here. So we're going to start our first one again. So you're doing the reverse of what you did on the other side. So slip right there. Then we're going to slip stitch into the next one. Chain 3. And then 1 double crochet in that same stitch. So this one right here. Okay. And then in the next stitch, we want 1 more double crochet. And 1 single. All right, so that kind of looks like the other side of this. There we go. That's looking pretty good, actually. Looks like a leaf. Okay, so then we have to do the second part of the leaf, which is we had to slip stitch in the next stitch. Okay. Then we're going to slip stitch one more time, chain 2, and now we need a half double in that same one. So same one we did that slip stitch in right there, half. Okay. And then we need 1 more half double in the next one, so right here. And 1 single crochet in that same one. Okay. All right, look, we've done 2 of our oak leaf and then the bottom bump. It looks pretty cute. Okay, almost there. Last one. Okay. That's the back. So now we're going to slip stitch in the next stitch. Okay. Then we're going to slip stitch the next one. Chain 2. Then 1 half double crochet in that same one. Okay. Then the next one we half double crochet. Okay. Like that, and 1 single in that same one. All right. So we made it to the end. I should have 1 more stitch remaining. So I have to single into this last stitch right here. The end. Whoop. Jeez. Okay. Slip stitch, or what am I doing? I am, sorry, not slip stitching. 1 single crochet into the last one. So mine's a little hard to get into. It's like right at the end. There's 1. Sometimes it's just a little difficult to get into. Okay, 2. Okay, work 1, single crochet into that, which I just did. Chain 1. And then we slip stitch into that chain 1 that we made at the very beginning of round 2. So this one right here. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's like the best looking oak leaf. Maybe I should pick brown and yellow. That would have been a little bit better. But that's okay. Some of these are pretty realistic. Green. Oak leaves are still green. Even in the fall sometimes. All right, so now we're going to make the little stem. So we're going to chain 4. Okay. And then we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. This one, right there. 1, 2. Now this is long. It's hard to kind of like do these types of things. Okay, so 1 slip stitch. And then we're going to work a slip stitch into the next 2. We're reinforcing that stem. Okay. That looks pretty cute. Not gonna lie. Okay. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the center base of the leaf. So we're just going to get to this right there, that at the end. I'm just going to add that on. I got caught somewhere. Okay, one more time. So we just want to be able to attach the leaf. So we're gonna, right there, kind of where we started, like in the other leaf. All right, right there. Okay. And then, I know it's kind of hard to, and I've got this green kind of poking out. But there is your yellow oak leaf. I'll just pull this through. And you just have to darn the ends in maybe shape it a little. Mine looks a little bit wonky. I think it's a little bit, maybe you gotta kind of shape it into place. All right, so there's my oak leaf. Looks pretty cute. That's kind of like what those oak leaves look like. I wish I had kind of just done it in green, but maybe I can later. I mean, it's fall, so you can have your two little fall leaves. You just have to weave the ends in here. So use your imagination to kind of see that. So this would look pretty adorable with an acorn pattern. I'm going to put the acorn in with my assignment, but it's not going to be part of the assignment. This is it for the crochet part. So isn't that pretty adorable? Like, gives you like that fall feeling. Thanks for following along with me this week. I'm splitting the assignment, I think, into 2 videos because I didn't even get to the knitting portion. I didn't want to overwhelm everybody. This is probably like a long video. So we did our 2, I know that I haven't woven in these tails yet. We've done our 2 oak and just a fall leaf pattern. Those will be really cute on a garland or something like that, a decorative thing. You don't have to do it on a garland. You could do it with a pumpkin. You could do it with a placemat. You could do it with a napkin ring. These types of things are very versatile. So you've got 2 different fall leaf, I'm doing it all one-handed, fall leaf patterns for you to try out. So try these out for your assignment. Have fun with it. They really only take like 15 minutes to do each, so very cute.